think we are live.
Are we live on the Creative Makers podcast channel?
No, we're
It's
not.
not
on
selected.
There. No, we're not doing.
We're not going to.
We're not.
No.
Nope.
This is not a Creative Makers podcast thing. It is a. There just went live on Joey's.
We are live on Mustaches.
Yeah, we're live on mine.
Cool.
Are we live online?
Well, hello. How is everybody doing this fine and glorious Saturday?
That's a hot one.
Trying to make it happen.
This might be the first Saturday we didn't get rain, Steve.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see what tomorrow brings. You know, it's nice to have a weekend without rain when we had like 13 or 14 of them in a row.
Oh, everyone.
So what have you guys been up to today?
Cleaning up around the house on the outside. Well, I had the proctor exam today, and then after that, then I did the decided to tackle. I had job site was getting rid of all of the safety cables that went around the high rise portion of it to make sure people didn't fall off, and they used 3/4 inch cable to do that with. Yeah,
it's pretty hefty. OSHA standard.
Yeah.
So you don't have a bunch of 3/4 inch cable?
I had 3. I mean, this is 10 years ago. I had this stuff, and I had made some pole cables with it. You know, tow cables, stuff like that, because I wasn't worried about it breaking.
Yeah.
And so I got all those made up, and then I had a bunch of extra. Well, I just sat there, and I thought, well, I'll figure something out for it. Figured it's in the dumpster. And I thought that would be a quick, easy task, and it was
a little heavy.
It was a little heavy. Yeah. I had my truck squad. I mean, as much as I had on the back of it, I had my truck squad.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Like Carolina squad or?
Oh, it was worse than it was a squad. It was definitely a squad.
Hitting the bump stops.
Yeah. And so I took it out to the dumpster, and it's now there. Oh, popcorn.
Nice.
Hey, popcorn Saturday.
Exactly.
So when you were cutting it, were you just using a cutoff wheel or?
Oh no, it was all together. I did not.
Oh, so you rolled up all of it and had to haul it all back down.
Yeah. So what I did is it was all kind of where it was at, and I just pulled by hand and pulled that up under the truck. Threw my phone on the floor.
It was popcorn Saturday.
No. Oh no, it's still the popcorn would have not have hit the floor. Nope, phone.
Dog scatter.
But so we got that out of the dumpster. Got that back cleared out. So what I'm doing is it's like a lot of stuff that I have back there, and it's kind of like one of those hoarding things. So I'm slowly but surely getting rid of all that stuff, and then the next thing is the goat, I guess, house. Wow. So that's the next thing to go. And then, we'll have that back cleaned out. That'd be nice.
Nice.
I think Instagram froze.
Did it?
Yeah, I'm just going to cancel it on
Whose IG you going to? Yours?
I was going to mine. Yeah, I can't even, on my phone, I can't even see
just
it.
An FYI, Poppy didn't get as much popcorn.
Yeah.
Mute.
What are we chuckling about here? The popcorn?
She was telling me what dog had more popcorn than the other ones.
Yeah.
Poppy didn't get as much popcorn.
Oh. So what I'm hearing is Matt just got the leftovers.
Of course.
Yeah, we're having trouble streaming.
Well, that's fine. Just stream to where it's streaming.
No.
Oh well.
What did you guys do today?
Had a mustache.
Did some sleeping. I had to go to return some stuff that I got from Amazon because we have an air fryer and we tried cleaning that bottom tray with some cleaner, and it just didn't work. And then there's chemicals on it, and we tried Easy Off. That just made it worse, so it just ended up throwing it out. So I got a new tray, and it was too thick. I should have looked. So I'd return that and another like cable and stuff. That's about it. I got. Hold on, nothing done today.
BJ?
What did we do? Took my daughter to her aunt's house. They're doing a little sleepover tonight. We did a little Costco run just so we don't have to do it on Monday. And we were out of cat litter and cat food. So important stuff.
I'm sure the cats appreciate it.
They do. And then wife and I decided, since we have a free day, we were going to go have a little date. So we went and had a little lunch date.
Nice.
Ate too much food, of course. And then came back and got the what did I do? Oh, the Rockler dust reel, the hose reel from Rockler hung up.
Yep.
Because I caught it on sale. It's like $65 off right now.
Oh,
so
nice.
I picked that up.
How long is it?
Well, I already had a 50-foot hose. If you use their hose, it'll hold 40 feet because their hose is a little bit thicker. But the hose
That's
I
that
have,
blue. That's that blue
Yeah.
dust right one.
yeah. But I bought one off of Amazon that was 50-foot, and it was $70 versus their $140 40-foot one.
And what's the inside diameter on that? 2?
1.5.
1.5.
So I mean, it works fine. Yeah. Gets it up nice and neat on the wall, and did that. I picked up a card scraper sharpening jig from Rockler.
Scraper sharpening jig. Excellent.
Yeah, I'm not super impressed with it, but
Is it just a rod?
no, it's a 3-sided thing. So it's got a file side, a honing side, and then it has the rod. But looking at and some of the things I've looked at, I don't think the rod that they put in is a carbide rod. And everything I've read, they recommend, honing the bevel with a carbide rod.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I've got some old CNC bits that are carbide. So I'll just use those instead. And then what else did I do? Oh, I got the tires on my bandsaw today.
How'd that go?
With some help from my wife and a little bit of cussing and hands cramping and smashing of fingers and more cussing. And
Did you get them hot?
yeah, I let them soak in hot water for 15-20 minutes, and it seemed to make absolutely no difference.
Huh.
So
Awesome.
yeah, but
The fun parts of shop maintenance.
yeah, because at first I was like, oh, I'll put these on with the wheel still on the bandsaw. And at one point I was pulling so hard I almost pulled my bandsaw over on top of me. I
Oh,
was like, you know what? Let's take these off. I mean, it's just a 7/8 inch bolt or nut. Let's take them off. Get some help. Got them on, and then I get them on, and it's like, oh wait, I have to trim these. That was honestly
They were wider. They were wider.
Yeah, they were maybe a 1/16 of an inch too wide because they make them just different.
Universal.
Different brands use different widths
Right.
of wheels. They should. There's one or two little nicks, but I think it'll be okay. We'll find out. And then got in there and was messing with it. And I think one of the things that helped shorten the lifespan of my old tires, because I don't know if all bandsaws have it, but I know mine does. It has a little brush that rubs up against the tire
Yeah, keep
to
the dust
keep the
off.
dust off of it.
Right.
it was shoved all the way up in the top of its rail. So it was like a half an inch away from the tire.
Oh, so it
So
wasn't clean anything.
Yeah, it was doing a great job.
Yeah, wonderful job.
Hmm.
So
College try.
got that adjusted. Now here's
He
the
mediocre.
question. Yeah, here's the question I have, and if anybody, have y'all used the urethane tires on your bandsaws?
No.
I
When
have
you-
some that I haven't changed out yet.
So, Matt, when you went from the factory tires to the urethane tires, did you have to tension more?
I don't know that I had a tension more. My biggest thing was making sure that the kerf of the blade was right in the center.
Yeah, because they're not the urethane ones aren't rounded
Mine
or convex.
Mine are
Yours
not really
are?
round. They're more. Mine is more. And I don't want to say that they are, but they're almost to a point.
Thicker in the middle.
Yeah, it's obviously thicker in the middle, and so I have just a little. And so when it pops over, you can tell. And so
Yeah.
I keep that kerf right there in the center of it,
Mhm.
and it keeps a. I mean, it's. I watched that video over and over and over because I couldn't figure it out, and I just wasn't figuring out what he was talking about. And it wasn't that you wanted the front of the blade on it; you want the
You
gullet.
want the gullet
Yeah,
of the blade.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you want on that edge right there perfectly. So basically your blades don't even sit, they don't even touch your wheel.
Correct.
Yeah.
Well,
so-
it sounds like you by far were the most productive of all of us, with the exception of all the cable that Matt had to pull down. That was like jobby job stuff. That wasn't like shop stuff.
That was
So I did the whole sleep late thing, slept in for the weekend. It was nice. My brother called me and wanted me to come up, give him a hand. Kind of, I don't want to say redoing his shop, but he's reorganizing. He's moving a whole bunch of stuff around. He's got some new equipment. He's getting rid of some equipment, and wanted my input on kind of some shop layout stuff. And while we were there, his Onefinity QCW table showed up from the fine folks at UPS, and then I helped them start putting that thing together. So we got the table at least put together, and I just came home, and now I've been playing around in the shop. I'm getting all the measurements for the layout on the spoil board for my CNC, because I'm going to put the threaded inserts in the slats. I call them slats. I'm sure that they're probably a better name for it, but the waste board that fits in the QCW table for my Onefinity, I'm gonna embed a whole bunch of the little inserts, and I was just kind of trying to figure out all the measurements and lay them all out with so they don't interfere with the bolts on the QCW that hold those slats in, so that I can then put a secondary 48 by 48 sheet of MDF on top for my actual spoil board.
Nice.
So that's what I was doing right up until we jumped on here.
Not calling your brother out or nothing because I don't know the man, but I remember when you were organizing your shop, I don't remember seeing him helping you out. What's up with that?
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, I watched you for like 6 hours one night.
yeah, that's
I almost broke a sweat.
yeah. That was also on a call that we were doing, and it was like 10 o'clock at night, and I
Yeah.
asked the question, and next thing you know, like 4 hours later, I'm like in the middle of rearranging my whole shop. I mean, I literally
ask.
moved half of it from one side to the other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a late
Yeah.
night. I think it was like 3 o'clock in the morning before I went to bed. But it actually
didn't
worked
do
out really well, and the shop layout is a lot better now. Plus, I think since then I opened up a doorway on one of my shop walls, so it I have a second way into my machine room as opposed to my bench room. So yeah, it definitely
Nice.
helped out with the layout. But yeah, I still got a lot of work to do on this. Get everything where I want it to go. I still got to finish the miter station. I've got all the cabinet drawer carcasses all built and everything, and it's been, I don't know, a month I think since I finished that, and I've started filling all of the empty cabinets with stuff, and now I got to turn around and empty them all so I can start making all the drawers and attaching all the rails and drawer slides and stuff. So one thing at a time, right?
Little bit at a time. That's all it takes.
That's right. Yep.
Speaking of miter saws, I got to put that. I downloaded the dust guide or guard for my Delta miter saw from Shop Nation. And it's
Oh, you
supposed
bought
to-
it? You bought the plan?
I bought the file.
file, rather?
You can buy the actual. He'll print it and ship it to you, or you can just buy the file itself.
Nice.
I have it.
Yeah.
Nice. I didn't realize he sold files. I thought he just sold the printed items.
I think it's a newer thing because he went through. Gosh, I was watching his YouTube when he was going through like revision like 3, 4, 5, and I think the one that I have is version 8, if I remember correctly. And I think that's going to do a huge improvement. The one thing I have heard is when you put that on, you have to take it off if you want to swap the blades out. You can't just swap the blade. You actually have to take that back guard off the saw before you can swap the blade out. But
So maybe it's just on yours, because I know on my Bosch I don't have to, and I bought it from
okay.
him just because it was said it was the greatest dust collection, and I tried it and it does well.
I mean that
But-
miter saw is one of the messiest things. It's like
But-
you're having a sawdust party every time you run that.
But if you're doing thicker wood,
Mhm.
like so I do a lot of cutoffs of thick,
Like 8/4 or 16
Yeah.
or what?
Yeah, 8/4, 10/4. I do a lot of cutoffs of that just to get my stuff roughed.
Yeah.
And it's that back the way the back is set up, it doesn't want to pull across it.
It's too
Especially
deep.
yes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So
He just
that's my
announced-
only critique on it.
Yeah. He just announced that he's finally coming out with the one for my saw,
What saw do you have, BJ?
the Metabo.
Ah,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That he's had it on his website for like 2 or 3 years now, saying coming soon. And finally, I saw it posted up on my Instagram, and I was like, about time. I know he's been busy, but it's like, come on.
yeah, running the print farm academy and building a new shop, and
Yeah, he's
just
been
a couple
busy.
little distractions.
But that new shop he's got's looking pretty nice.
It is. It's actually a little bit smaller than I thought he would have built, but I'm sure he's got
He would-
HOA regulations and stuff that he already
was-
had to adhere to.
Restricted by county regulations of how
Okay.
much square footage you could put in. You talked about that when he was doing the design. I was
Makes
thinking
Yeah,
sense.
it's a nice shop, though.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Well, and he took advantage of height because the shop itself isn't. Like I said, it's not as big as you would have thought it would have been, but he's got that upper room too. So it's essentially a 2-story building. So
Yes.
they'll have plenty of room.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I helped Lee move into his new place a couple of years ago, and his shop is like a 2-car garage, and he has a massive upper space that I don't know if I think he's just using it for storage right now, but oh my gosh, I went up to that second level and I was like, you could have a second shop up here.
That's
Think about
That's
that. An upstairs shop. I thought about that when I saw it's not Palap, it's oh good gosh, I can't remember his name. Anyway.
Jay Bates.
No. He
just
just
all the
moved.
pallet wood stuff.
Yes.
Oh, Jackman.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jackman, yeah.
When he did that upstairs shop,
Yeah.
Yeah.
all I thought about the whole entire time is somebody's got to carry that wood up there.
Well, he's got that.
It's not
He's
just the
got
wood;
that.
it's all the equipment too.
He's got
Yeah.
that, and he's got that door. He's got that door on the end, on the end of it.
Yeah, but
that-
still, you got to get
Still,
it up
you got to
there.
get it up.
I got to
there.
get it up there.
Second
Yeah.
story.
I think he has one of those one of those winch type things. The wheels.
Still not as easy as just rolling it into
No.
a.
No, backing your
Garage.
truck up and sliding it out.
Exactly. Yeah, I thought about
That's
that
like-
the whole time. It's like, oh,
That's like
Yeah.
basement
Well-
shops that don't have walkout doors.
There you go. I was just going to say that. I
Sorry,
I have
my
a-
bad.
Steve feels
I have some of
targeted.
those issues right now.
the
Getting
good thing
stuff
is you
down
got
the
to go
stairs.
down. You got to go down
Yeah.
instead of up.
Yeah,
At least gravity's assisting me.
yeah.
Just don't
exactly.
stand at the bottom.
Can you get a full 4x8
dead.
sheet into your basement?
Yes, with some twisting and turning and
Little pivot, little pivot.
yeah, there's a little pivot and it's not easy.
Okay.
Mostly because I have I don't want to say I have a full height door at the exterior. It's a little shorter than normal, but at the bottom of the stairs, it has a lower, I guess, header is what I'll say, because it's a cinder block house. And for whatever reason, the basement, they decided to do like, I think it's a 72-inch high ceiling.
Yeah.
So it's not your normal 8-foot ceilings. And because of that, however they designed it back in the 50s, it's you got to duck in order to get into the internal
Okay.
doorway. So I can come down my stairs, and then I have to tilt the sheet of plywood like 45 degrees on the side, and then I got to kind of wedge it down and come down a couple stairs, and then I can lift the front up. And yeah, it's not easy. So I've resorted mostly to processing my large sheets of plywood out in the garage and in the driveway. So that's where I have my 9-foot track for the track
Yeah.
saw.
Which, I mean, who wants to carry a full sheet of plywood, anyways? If you can
I
avoid it.
totally agree. Yep, and especially MDF or melamine.
Oh God,
Oof.
yeah. Yeah, I helped years ago. I helped a buddy move some MDF. He calls me up. He's like, "Hey, can you help me unload some MDF?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, no problem." I get there and it's 2-inch MDF,
Oof.
and it's not your your big box store MDF. It's
Yeah.
like
So
cabinet
it's oversized,
grade.
probably.
Yeah, so it was what? Because standard MDF is actually over 4x8 by an inch or two.
Yep.
This was about I mean, it was just 2 or 3 inches outside of 4x8, but that the higher quality MDF is actually a little is denser than what you get at the big box store.
Yep.
And it mills and cuts so much nicer. And every one of those sheets had to have been over 200 pounds.
Yeah, I bet. I believe that.
Because I think a standard 4x8 sheet of MDF, a 3/4 inch sheet, is 95 pounds or something like that.
I'll go with that. I mean, it
Yeah.
sounds
It's just
sounds
stupid
about
heavy.
right.
Yeah, it's too heavy for
and the
glue
gravel
together
really
sawdust.
doesn't hold on to it because it's so
No.
porous.
The
Well,
gator
the
does.
the nicer stuff.
Well, yes.
Yeah. The the stuff you get from like plywood dealers and hardwood dealers. The shop I can get it from, they use Drabos to help you load it because it's the surface has a better finish on it, so it's not as porous. And they'll tell you if you're using it, for like a vacuum table, you'll have to surface both sides before you can use it.
Yeah.
Because it has a sealant on it. But still, it's like, why would you? Why? I bought a couple sheets from a plywood dealer, and it cuts a lot nicer than your normal big box store stuff. But yeah.
So, off subject right now, I just happened to glance down and see it.
Okay.
Anybody else see that Pat Lapp went into
Yes.
Jackman's shop? Or not Jackman, I forget his name, but he's got my table saw, the one I want so bad. He's in his shop touring it. Anybody else see that? Because I'm just jelly.
I did not see that. Is he over at DeResta's?
No, it's
Is he
I
live
was-
on
I would-
Instagram?
no, it's a post. It's Jack English Machines,
Oh, okay.
and that Watkins table saw that I want so bad. Here's my dream table saw. Yes, I'm jelly.
And what is so special about it?
Well, first of all, it's got a 16-inch blade instead of a 10. Okay, it's got a glide saw on the left-hand side.
Mm-hmm.
It has got a micro adjust built into it. The whole entire thing's got a micro adjust. If you ever go through and look through that whole entire saw, it is beautimous. It is old, but it's beautimous, and it was built correctly. You just go through his content and look at that saw. He actually does a breakdown on it where he goes through every single bit of it, all the micro adjusts that are built into it. And of course, then he's got the Watkins planer or joiner that he's got in there. It's 22. I think it's 22 inches wide.
It's a freaking aircraft carrier.
It does. That's what it looks like. It looks like an aircraft carrier. And you go, oh, and then he's like, oh yeah, I like to cut. What was it? He was cutting his. I think it was his rabbits. He was cutting it with. with
Oh
it.
yeah, on the front of it.
With a joiner?
Yeah, or
Okay.
he'll take off the whole entire blades and put in shaper blades into it
Oh, wow.
and can cut trim out of it.
Dang.
It's very very
impressive.
nice. But I'm very
Speaking of,
jelly of his tools.
yeah, I've followed him on TikTok for years, and every time I see one of his videos, I have to watch it because he's always showing off some antique tool, and it's like, oh god.
Mm-hmm.
The dust collection
I'm sorry.
sucks on it, but it works phenomenally.
Who we
Again,
talking
with
about
this
here?
table saw.
Who am I talking about?
Go look up.
His name is
Jack.
Jack English Machines.
Here, I'll send you his profile.
Yes, and Joey's always
got
he's so
You got it?
invested
Okay.
because I love that table saw and he knows it. What's going on, Martin?
Hey. So speaking of the person you just brought up, we gonna touch that, or are we gonna leave it alone?
I'd leave it alone.
I'd leave it alone. I
leave
don't
it
know
alone.
anything about it.
I don't know. Firsthand, nothing. So,
I've only seen the same posts you've probably seen.
yep.
Did you watch the YouTube video?
No.
Okay.
So
I'll put it in the chat. It's worth watching. I'll say that much.
the private chat.
I'll send it to the group.
But yeah, if you ever get a chance, Steve, check out his channel.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
If you go
I will.
back a little bit, there's a where he breaks down that table saw completely.
Yep.
It's pretty.
Pretty
it-
cool.
Yeah. Like I said, it's my dream saw. It's my dream saw.
You said that one's what, a 16-inch blade?
Yeah.
So essentially a miter saw blade, or bigger than a miter saw, because
Bigger than a miter saw.
Yeah.
But
Where
mine
would you
saw plays
get- I mean,
12. Yeah.
Do you have to custom order a blade like that?
No,
There's-
because
he's not-
well, there's you can buy them. They're 16
Aren't some
inch.
of the format 4s 16 inch?
Okay, yeah. I didn't think about that.
In fact, Grizzly makes a 13 inch.
Really?
Yeah, it's called the Extreme.
That I did not know.
King's Fine Woodworking has one. But
Yeah. That's not fitting in a basement shop.
No.
it's just a normal cabinet. It literally is just a normal cabinet table saw.
Just running a massive 13-inch blade.
Yes,
Dang.
the throat plate on it's bigger. That's all.
Interesting. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah. Not something that most of us would ever need, but it would definitely come in handy.
It's one of those, when you have it, you can just go. That's all.
It's a bragging right type thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
For the most
Right.
part, I'm okay with a 15-inch planer.
Mhm.
I really would like a 16-inch joiner though,
Hey,
or 12 at least.
look at Don.
Hey.
Hey,
guys.
Don, how are you?
How we doing, gentlemen? Hey, look at
Doing
me.
great.
Doing good. How are you guys?
We're doing it.
Good,
We're doing it.
good.
Speaking of joiners, so I can't remember the guy's name. Something Fine Furniture. He built a fire table. And it had like a spiral. He had an air system in it, so it would create a spiral flame.
Mhm.
And part of the design for the table, he was using his joiner to cut the angle into it. Set up a jig, was running it through the joiner, and the table was absolutely gorgeous. And I don't know if it was how he did the insert or if he bought the insert or what, and it wasn't rated for the heat that it produced when he turned the air on. Because the more air, the hotter the flame.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the table blew up.
Hmm.
Because the fire insert, I guess, overexpanded or something, and just he went to do like his final part of the clip and set a plate of food down on it, because it had a big wide brim around it where you could kind of sit around it and eat. And as soon as he sat down, just debris goes everywhere. It blew his mic like 20 feet off of him. Like it's like, oh, okay. And he's like, well, that yeah, I definitely don't recommend doing this at home. It blew up so hard that the metal grate that the wood sits on, it bent it and flipped it upside down. And it was a pretty substantial plate or grate that was in there. I'll have to see if I can find the video again.
I like looking at different things that people do with the joiner. So like
Mm-hmm.
Jack Machine's there. He's Jack English is doing the profiles with it, which I thought was really cool. And then watching other people do like basically joining angles together.
Yeah, doing like
Yep.
the tapers on a table leg or something.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, it's really it's amazing what you can do with those.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot more to it than just I made a piece flat.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
flat and 90 degrees.
Where'd Don
I
go?
guess Don.
Hi, Don.
Bye, Don.
Something we said, Don?
I don't want.
He probably hit the wrong button.
He did, probably.
What's this new red button at the bottom do?
Oh,
Yeah.
oh no!
How many times have I done it? I go to expand the screen that we're all in, and I accidentally hit the red
So
button.
that red button at the bottom, you see what that does now?
It's all right.
All right, I'm back.
You're back.
Welcome back.
Don says, "Shut up with your technology."
No, I was getting crazy. I was getting crazy double audio, and I was hearing conversation with like a 5-second lag, and I couldn't figure out what it was. And finally, I figured it out, and I went out and got back in, and I'm good
Yeah.
now.
There we go.
And
It
you
was
turn it off, turn it back
that was
on.
just way
That
too
fixes Fixes a lot
Yep.
of problems.
Pretty
Had to
much.
do that with the
Yeah.
Onefinity today.
Cycle power.
Is your TV on?
Hmm.
Is it
Is it plugged in?
Yeah.
No, that's a CD slot. That is not a drink holder.
I remember hearing
Hey, it's not. It's a decent drink holder when it's not one of those CD trays that auto closes after so many seconds.
That is true.
Yeah.
If it stays open, you're good. It's when it decides to close and dumps whatever liquid all over the inside of that disk drive and down the front of your tower.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the good old days.
Yeah. Now you can't
Almost.
even buy a computer with a disk drive or a
No.
CD
I
drive.
almost-
Sorry.
I almost bought a second monitor yesterday on Amazon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Prime Day
they-
deal.
Yeah.
I
But it
found
was-
one. Oh, go ahead.
It was. I was going to say it was a VA panel, which those are meh. I
Yeah.
don't know.
I found one. It's a little 12-inch, like not a like wide 12-inch, so super thin or short and wide, 12 inches wide. But it's a touchscreen. I was like, oh, that would be
Okay.
cool to to have it set
Mhm.
below my monitor and have certain things set to it because you can it has its own custom profile where you can do different things with it. And I was like, that'd kind of be cool. Have all my monitoring stuff going on it, but then it's like, man, do I really need another monitor?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think at
that's
one
what
point
I said.
I was running a 34-inch, ultra wide with two 21s on either side of it.
Mission
It's a
control.
little- yeah, it was a little overkill.
No.
Had one screen dedicated just to email.
Yeah. Well, I mean, my setup, I got a 34-inch curved, and then a 27 next to it, and then I got my MacBook below it.
Yeah.
So, but my MacBook's usually email, and then the rest. I mean, the screen real estate. I mean, in my job, screen real estate is the more you get, the better.
Yeah. That's our inventory manager. Because he's inventory / dispatching. He runs 4 monitors, and he'll have one that is just for Teams because a lot of our communication goes through Teams. One just for inventory, one for dispatching, and then one for email and whatever else. It's like, dude, how do you keep up with where your cursor's at? And he's like, yeah, it gets lost every once in a while.
It does. It
Yeah.
does happen. It does
That is the
happen.
one thing that is nice about the Macs is you can jiggle your mouse and it grows. You not have that
You
set
gonna leave that one alone?
The cursor on your
There-
screen,
There
you
are
children.
there are
Sure.
programs as well that work on the Microsoft ecosystem that will also assist you in finding your cursor when you lose it.
I've just found right clicking tends to find it pretty fast.
Yes, that is true.
True.
Yeah, on the Windows, in the Windows world, there's a program called what is it? I think it's Power Tools. It's actually made by Microsoft, and it's got a bunch of different things that are kind of like super user type mini
Yeah.
programs that either used to be in Windows and they've taken them out, or they've added. And one of them is a cursor thing where I think you control twice and it kind of does a sonar around it.
Is it
There's, like,
Power Tools or
ripples
Power
that go
Tool?
out. Power Toys, I think it is.
Power Tool, yeah.
I remember that. Yeah, you hit the control button like twice or something, and it does
Yeah.
like a beacon over your mouse.
Exactly.
Or your cursor, I mean.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I remember that.
Yeah, there's a few good utilities, I guess we'll call them,
Yeah.
tools in there.
Sorry. For power users. Okay, there you go. Well,
Yep.
So what's the next thing y'all gonna put in your shop?
Put in like purchase and buy like
Build, whatever.
I'm going
Well-
down the UV laser rabbit hole.
Ooh, yes.
How's that going?
Yes.
I know we talked for a little bit on it.
Yeah, and I've gone back and forth with Tyler just a little bit, and he's kind of pointed me in the direction of where to go in China. Of course, every laser we get comes from China at some point,
yeah.
for the most part. So that's as far as I've gotten so far, kind of looking at it.
Mhm.
Still trying to justify the use case and make sure that I'm going to have the order promises to pay for this thing.
I think they're cheap.
Still kind of at that point. Yeah, no, they're not cheap.
No.
I think I can even if I can just barely pay for the machine with what we've got proposed so far, there's a lot of other things I can do with it further on that I can profit from, because it'll expand what I already do, because there's a lot of things you can do with glass. And that's the main thing I want it for, is I want to do it for engraving on glass. There's like, because that opens up like, wine glasses for weddings and
Oh yeah.
all that kind of stuff, get into that kind of market. It's just a matter of being able to tap into it with the right people. But it opens up a lot of opportunities for situations like that.
But you also can
at
print
that
on,
point, it just come down to marketing.
you also can print
Mhm.
on 3D print on that with, correct?
Yes.
yes.
I believe so. Yeah, because the thermal factor on it with the wavelength this is at, the thermal factor on whatever you're printing on is very minor.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's so good fast. But
Yeah.
you can
Right there.
print on.
I thought he was using a
Plastic.
fiber laser for that.
No.
Nope.
He's using a
He
UV laser.
started to, and then he got the UV.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
I know Eon makes a really nice one.
Yeah, I think all the stuff that they make is really nice.
Yeah.
What about you, Steve?
So shop projects are my biggest thing right now. Like I said, I got to finish the drawers for. Actually, I got to start the drawers and finish the miter station. Then I've got a workbench top from Sjorberg, however you say it, the Swedish company. I've got a
Mhm.
small little work table top for that I got to build a base for. And I've got to organize and do something under the CNC and utilize that space. But as far as new things coming to the shop, in a couple weeks, I'm going to pick up a double drum sander. It's
Ooh.
yeah. So I'm going to pick that up a couple hours away, and
Sweet.
that'll be in addition to the shop.
How many people are you going to get to help you carry that down the stairs?
Well, I
Okay.
haven't determined yet if it's coming down the stairs. I would like it to, but I think what I've got to do is I think I need to just like go to the local gym and say, "Hey, I need 4 people."
I bet
for
you
about
can't
half a
lift this.
day. Yeah. I know you like to pick things up and put them down. I got something you can
says you
pick up
can't
and put
move it.
down. So, no, I definitely need some people to help me bring some stuff in. I've got my Harvey G700 dust collector. I've got a Laguna, what is it, 1412 bandsaw.
That heavy.
I don't know. It's
Oh,
pretty darn heavy.
300 or 400 pounds.
I'm
I
not
bet.
as young and spry as I used to be.
I'm not as young as I once was.
Yeah.
Steve, you're going to the basement, so at some point, gravity is your friend.
That is true.
Unless
True.
you're on the lower end.
Right.
Yeah.
And then of
It's all
course
about positioning at that point.
yeah. And of course I've got the new belt double drum sander.
Yeah.
So I got to get those 3 things down here. And so I mean those are really the big things. And then I think once I have all that, the only next big thing is a new shop, wherever that might be. But that's not like for years in the future.
Well, then you got to move it all out of the basement. That's the downside. You're going
Uh,
uphill.
That's got to be an
It-
open basement on one end.
Yeah, if I have my way, I am going to again. This is all speculation. This is dreaming on my part. I currently have a 1-car attached garage with a small breezeway in between the house and the garage.
Right.
Okay.
And house was built in the 50s, so things were a lot smaller back then. I am contemplating seeing if I can find a designer to come up with some plans to get rid of the breezeway and the garage and build a larger 2-car garage, 2-car deep, with a room above it, and
Ooh.
incorporate the breezeway into all of that. And in the process, possibly lower my driveway down because I have a fairly, I don't want to say it's a steep hill, but it's interesting in the winter during a snowstorm while I'm out there trying to plow it.
Good 20% grade.
Yeah. Well, it's not quite that bad, but
Well, we're going out a little faster. We wanted to.
yeah. Let's just say I plow the driveway with spikes on.
Oh gosh.
Oh, you could be like that guy that mows his hill with like a string around
Yeah.
the mower
Yeah,
and just like
it's
lets
not
it
that
go.
So anyways, my thought process is to actually, see if I can redesign that and in the process lower that portion so that it's not as steep of a driveway. But we'll see. That is certainly not anything that I'm going to do in the next couple of years, unless of course I
Yeah.
win the lotto.
I mean, how much could you lower your driveway?
Yeah, because that foundation's probably all one.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking actually incorporating. So if
Well-
you lowered the foundation down to slab level, you could make a walk-through garage into your basement.
And that's what I'm thinking.
Oh,
Yeah, because
Oh.
yeah, and your
Right.
upper level is level with the house.
That's right.
Correct. That
There
is
you go.
somewhat what I am thinking.
We're picking up what you're putting down. That's a
So-
heck of an idea.
Yeah, my basement actually has like a root cellar underneath that breezeway, so I've already got a low ceiling in the house.
Right.
And then that is actually the root cellar is actually a step up, so it's like a course and a half of cinder blocks up,
Okay.
and then it's the same height of the ceiling, but it's got an elevated floor, so you can get in there, but you're kind of crouched down. So the idea would be to then utilize that to be a ramp into the basement or something
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
somewhere along the build out, have a way to go from the garage floor either down a small ramp and turn or something and then into the basement. So
Very cool.
but when you start talking about house prices and foundation work and everything up in the Northeast, I mean, that's easily a $250,000 project, easily.
oh yeah,
And that's just basically for a shell.
Yeah.
yeah. It's just framing and
So-
stuff.
What about you,
So that-
Mustang?
That would be the thing, right?
Yeah.
The thing.
The thing. For me, I mean, I'm kind of on hold with buying stuff right now.
Well, but
Come
building
December, I might be adding a joiner and possibly a drum sander in here.
stuff. Oh,
Nice.
We'll see how we fit that.
And my drum sander is probably my least used tool in my shop.
Oh, I would use the crap out of one.
I
love
haven't
mine.
used it. I probably haven't used my drum sander in 2 years.
It all
But
depends
it's
on what you
not-
build, right?
Yeah.
Some
Mhm.
people don't use them. Like my brother's got one. He hardly ever uses his. But a lot of the stuff that I'm planning on doing with eventually making guitars and everything, I mean, that's like,
It's worth it. Yeah.
I feel as though that's worth it because you're going to take, the tops, the sides,
Mhm.
and the backs, and you're going to use the heck out of that
Mm-hmm.
to get things down.
Yeah.
I
think
use
it-
mine all the time.
For me, it was, when I was doing all the epoxy inlay stuff, it was way easier to run it through that to get the excess epoxy off.
Mhm.
Well, now that I've got the CNC with the flattening bit, I just use it. And it was also, end drain cutting boards, because I've done the end drain cutting boards through a planer before, and I've seen the disaster that can happen.
Oh yeah.
And so it's like, yeah, that's, throw some 60 grit or 80 grit sandpaper on that drum sander, and it takes a while, but it's better than blowing up a freaking cutting board. And but now it's just, again, with the flattening bit for the CNC, I don't have to do it. But it's
Yeah.
also, I've thought about it. It's like, man, I could sell this and probably get a pretty good chunk of money for it. But the
So-
second I sell it, I'm gonna need it.
So I run mine through, I go through my CNC as well. I flatten everything with my CNC, but I still run it through my drum sander for my first pass of sanding because it gives me a good fine layer, and I'm running at about a 120 grit, and I run it through there, and then I hit it. Then I hit it with my Rotex after that. So,
Yeah.
but that's my go-to because it's just I can hit it. And I usually turn it so it's not flat or straight going into it. It's almost diagonal
Yeah.
going into
Yep.
it.
I had looked a couple years ago at getting essentially an oscillating drum sander.
Mm-hmm.
Is what they are. So in the drum moves back and forth. And because I saw a couple people that had them, and they said it made sanding so much easier because you're not getting those straight lines.
Yep.
But it's like, man, when you look at the cost, and I've got the 1632, and it's a great drum sander. It really is. But it's, I don't use it. Nice part is it's small enough when you take the wings off that it'll fit up against the wall, and it takes up like a foot. It sticks out from the wall like a foot and a half, maybe. So, and it's just, I can't bring myself to get rid of it because I know like I said, the second I get rid of it, I'm going to need it.
It's always the way.
Yeah. And at the price I bought it for, because I got it when it was on sale 6 or 7 years ago, and now that same drum sander's $700-800 more than what I paid for it.
Yeah, is that
Oh, yeah.
before Laguna bought Supermax?
It's no, this is a Jet.
Oh, Jet. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jet.
And the
Okay.
only issue I've had with it is I've noticed if you're running a lot of stuff through it and you're taking a little heavier of a cut than you really should be, the table will drop. So you have
yeah,
to
that's
mess
pretty
with
common.
it. And then the handle, the height adjustment handle broke. And from what I've seen, you cannot just buy that handle from Jet. So right now it has a pair of channel locks on it, or not channel locks. What are they called? Vice grips.
Vice grip.
That's my adjustment knob. Adjustment handle is a pair of vice grips.
So is
There
it a
you go.
wheel and the wheel broke, or is
No,
it
it's literally just a handle, and then it's got a I've
Seems
looked
like-
because
Seems like you could 3D print that.
yeah? I mean, we know people.
Uh-huh.
I just haven't taken the time.
I mean,
I mean,
you
don't
need a scanner.
don't we know enough people that are either metal workers or something that can forge
Mhm.
something, or weld something together.
I mean,
We are all
we
makers.
know people.
Yeah, I mean, hey, if somebody wants to help a
I
brother
think we
out,
could come up with somebody.
yeah.
I mean,
I mean,
3D
literally,
model the thing
I
and
could
send
pop
off
my
to send,
handle.
cut, send.
I could pop my handle off, 3D scan that thing if I had a 3D scanner, and
Yeah,
boom, you'd be done.
because I've still got the handle. It's just in multiple pieces.
Hmm.
And
That's fine.
I know
But it-
Boss
it-
Dog has some CA glue that might be able to.
oh,
put
believe me, I tried. I tried CA glue. I tried epoxy. I tried what else? Oh, JB Weld.
I was just gonna ask if you tried JB Weld.
Tried JB Weld.
that. Now, wait,
work.
hold on, everybody, wait. Let's ask the man that can tell us how to stick stuff to stuff. Mustachio, what do you recommend?
I was gonna say epoxy, but he said he tried it already. So
Yeah.
Because this man has stuck some borax to his table that stayed there for years.
until it
Mustache, you're
fell
never gonna
over.
live that down.
Until it fell over.
It's a very, very suspenseful thing.
Oh, I know.
We should have taken bets on it.
So, what are you putting in your shop here this year, BJ? Anything besides the sustainers?
Nothing really big this year. My plan by end of year is to have my flooring in completely. And I lack maybe 6 pieces.
Is that mat?
Yeah, the
we talked about horse
stall matting.
mats?
Yeah, the horse stall matting.
It
Yeah,
makes a
so
difference.
it-
Love
doesn't it?
that stuff.
Yeah, and I'd thought about doing it, moving all the tools, and
Mhm.
doing it edge to edge.
Yeah, just go around
And
the
then
big
it's-
tools.
And then it's like, that's a lot of work to do that because I've got some big tools. But the fact that they're fairly easy to cut, with a jigsaw, not a multi-tool. Tried that with a multi-tool, and oh my
Nope.
God, that was
Jigsaw.
yeah, it stunk so bad because it just melts it with the
Mhm.
multi-tool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I can do, if I can get 6 more of those mats, I should be good to cover, all the open concrete in the shop. I will end up putting my planer and my drum sander on it, just because when they're up against the wall, to move it out to where I can use them, I'd have to lift them up onto the mat. So I might as well just go all the way to the wall where they're at.
Now, will you seal that concrete before you put the mats down, or are you just going to put
No.
them down?
I'm just going to put them down because those mats, if you put them down the right way, they have little bumps on the bottom that raises them up like a 1/8 of an inch. So there's airflow underneath them.
Can you wheel? Say you had like a table saw on wheels or something. Could you wheel that table saw?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
over
100%.
between
Oh, when I-
between those.
When I
They're
moved,
made for horses.
They're 3/4 inch
Yep.
hard rubber mat.
yeah,
It literally, if you move them around yourself, you're gonna hate yourself. I'm gonna tell you right now.
they're
Well,
they're
they're about 100 pounds a piece.
they're about 100 pounds a piece. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
they
and
don't move.
To give you
Yeah,
an idea, Mustache, when I moved my bandsaw from one side of my shop to the other,
Mhm.
I couldn't tell a difference rolling it on the mats versus the concrete. It rolled
Oh,
almost
wow.
identical. And my daughter comes out there with her roller skates. I'm not a big fan of it because, there's tools and expensive stuff. And she will roller skate in my shop, just go around the island of tools. And she's like, this is great. And if she falls, she's not falling straight on concrete. She's falling on those rubber mats.
True.
Yeah.
I'm literally
thing-
putting it underneath everything except for my center island because
Yeah.
well, I can't lift it.
Yeah. The only downside, if the way I'm doing it, and it's only really where my golf cart is, pulling the golf cart in and out, over time, the mats will shift.
Mm.
So I thought about maybe getting some kind of
throw
transition
little liquid
material.
nails under those.
That or even just do like some kind of transition material.
Just those ones that the golf cart is
Yeah.
on. Just you
couple
that
couple
or
daubs of
liquid
it.
nails.
The
or
that
something.
transition, just take your jigsaw, put it on a 45. and
Well,
cut
no.
right
I
up.
was thinking if I did a transition, I could glue the transition down to hold the mats in place.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And the other one would be slow down before you come in. Now, don't come in at 90 miles an hour and then hit the brakes.
Well, so yeah, and I
Jerry's coming in a
don't.
little hot.
I come in pretty slow. It's the leaving, because the way when the golf cart's in reverse, it's got a really slow reverse, but when it's in drive, it's nothing to. All right, we're going.
Yeah.
Like it just takes off and it'll.
So what you're saying is the bottom of the driveway is turn 1 or
Yeah.
pit out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Hey, my golf cart will do about 25 miles an hour.
What if you nailed those directly into the concrete with the
I'd rather do just liquid nail because
Yeah, just a drop of liquid nail in each corner.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Downside is I'm gonna have to buy a whole tube of liquid nail to do that.
$9.
Yeah. I'd probably find something else to stick to something with it if I need to.
Got silicone.
Liquid
all
nail.
sorts
See if
of
they'll do a
stuff.
deal with you.
There you go.
My
Just looking for one tube, guys.
One
yeah,
tool.
my
I'll give you a story.
my compressor for my mini split, it sits, I've got concrete just outside my shop, but just to get it up off the ground a little, I put it on concrete pavers, and those pavers are liquid nailed. It's an exterior grade liquid nail. And what I did is I put wedges underneath it, so the and that was the other reason. That slab's got a little bit of a slope to it, and those compressors have to be level. So I stuck wedges underneath the pavers, glued it down, and that glue, once it hardens, it ain't going anywhere. Left the wedges on
Where
it.
you going? Nowhere.
So, but yeah, it's just saving up the pennies on that, because those mats are what,
40 bucks a piece.
40
Yeah,
$40
$40
a piece.
Yeah, they're about 40, I think, on sale.
Yep.
Yeah.
You get those at Tractor Supply, right?
Yeah, and
That's right.
unfortunately,
Buy enough of them, they'll deliver them.
the account that I have with Tractor Supply is no longer follows under ag exemption, so I have to pay taxes on them. So, oh well.
So the only thing that I'm adding, well,
Oh yeah, Matt, what are you getting for your shop?
Yeah.
for the last, I'll tell you the last one in a second. But the first one is I'm going to put a. Y'all seen the Lincoln where you put that arm over top of this? Yeah. I'm not doing dust collection on mine. I'm thinking of just doing the arm and then putting either like a linear rail on the bottom of it to be able to hold a camera.
Oh,
So that way I can pull it out over top of my lathe and put it at different angles over top of my lathe to get that down shot. And so that way it's not vibrating it or anything.
What about like one of these Wobie jigs?
You got to think I got to my lathe is 48 inches. That's just not going to
Okay.
reach.
Make these arms longer.
I'm gonna clue you into a little something from my days as semi-professional camera guy. They make Manfrotto is a company who makes tripods and everything. They have what is called a super arm, and it's got an attachment that you can attach your camera to. In the other end, you can either attach it via like a clamp, or they sell other things that you can like screw into the wall or the ceiling or stud or whatever. And it's got like two articulating arms that will allow you to put it in any orientation you want.
What's
So-
the name of it again?
Manfrotto is the name of the company, and there are other companies out there who make this as well. But it's basically it's called a super arm, I think. I can certainly look it up and send you a link.
not to be confused with Mr. Frodo from the
Correct.
Shire.
Is that not a link in your
or
bio?
Sam Ganji.
Super.
Potato.
Well, the reason I was thinking of this is it would have an arm that would articulate out like a on a hinge and just be over top of it.
Yep.
And then I was thinking about putting just underneath that piece of plywood that would have holes in it to keep the weight off from it. Just a dovetail basically underneath it with a receiver, being able to slide my camera back and forth so I could position it however I wanted to, and then I could obviously angle it to be fisheyed or whatever I wanted it to be.
So
That's what
I think you're going to find that if it's free sliding, it's going to be too wobbly.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're probably going to want to look at something that has more of a clamp on it. And I should ask, what you're attaching this to is above your lathe. Is that open ceiling, closed ceiling,
Open ceiling.
finished? Okay, so you've got
Oh,
studs
yes,
and-
I got 15-foot ceilings there.
Oh, all right. Well, that might be a little different then.
Yeah.
But you could well, I mean, you could also do a C stand that has an arm that you can it's kind of like a heavy lighting stand,
Mm-hmm.
and they're not that expensive. Avenger makes some really good quality stuff, and you can raise those up, 8 or 10 feet above you, and they usually have an arm that comes out to hold like soft boxes and strobe lights and stuff like that.
Only camera wise, because you're gonna be using that pocket, right? Or are you gonna use a bigger camera?
It was actually gonna be a smaller camera, kind of like a webcam almost kind of thing.
So
I have a 4K webcam that I can hang and suspend down,
Yeah.
and then I can angle.
Have you seen the what Adam Savage uses in his videos? It's like you remember the Gorilla Grip?
Yeah. So that's very similar to what these super arms are,
Okay. So it's
but it's a little bit more
articulating.
sturdy.
Yeah, that's the one thing that does bug me on his videos is the mounts that he's using. Any little bump to the table that he's at, the camera just vibrates.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like
The other thing I would suggest is take a look at some Meta glasses or something that you can actually wear that has a built-in camera. Granted, it's not going to be able to run for like an hour, but you can, do 3 minutes at a whack on the Meta Ray-Ban glasses and record 3 minutes of activity, and then you have to start another recording. But
what is it? Who's the company that makes the 360 cam?
Insta360.
Insta360. They make a small little camera that you could do like a hat clip or like a chest rig for.
Yep.
Something like that too.
Yep.
I've heard though the battery life isn't great. Like you're only getting maybe an hour of recording.
That's true.
But still, I mean, if that's what you're looking for. But I like the idea, Matt. That would be really cool.
Yeah, I try to position my tripod to be able to get that shot, and I have to get it so close to the lathe that if the lathe starts getting a little bit of vibration, it's touching that leg, or I have to get it over. So, and I don't have an arm that would move over and be out of my way. I mean, I got to be able to get in there too.
Paul might be another good resource for that too, Matt, from 1116.
Yeah,
because he does that as his jobby job.
Mm-hmm.
I can reach out to him about that.
Okay. But I was just thinking about an arm that would come over, be over top of the head, and then I'd be able to slide it kind of into the position that I'd want it to be.
Would like a track lighting track could you retrofit something to hold the cam?
That's exactly what I was thinking about. It's something like a track light up underneath it. But I was just thinking dovetail, because then I could make a dovetail receiver. I have a dovetail receiver already.
Yep.
That would just, and then I can just, once I got it in place, tighten it. It doesn't move no more. And it's there. It's on the wall, so it's away from my lathe. My lathe doesn't touch the wall at all. So
I'm trying to think. I remember someone did something similar to that with like a track light track on their ceiling so that they could move an arm like from one end of the shop.
Yeah.
Was that Austin from
16.
High Caliber Craftsman?
Mm-hmm.
It might
Yeah,
have
you
been
know,
him.
you could always use what is it? C channel? Not C channel. Gosh,
Unistrut.
Unistrut. Thank you. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you can get the wheel kits for those.
Right. And see, I was thinking of going a lot thinner, just a piece of plywood. So if you look at his video, all he did is took a piece of plywood, cut it, and then had cut some holes in it so that way it took off the weight, because you're not putting any weight on it really.
Yeah.
And then put it on a hinge and put a 12 by 12 piece, cut a 45 out of it, and then put it up underneath of it so it was all supported, screwed together, and just slid it out. And I thought, well, man, that would be really good just to be right in line with the lathe. So when it came out, it was right in line with the lathe. So I could slide it all the way out to the end or pull it all the way back, whatever I wanted to do. Or I could turn it on an angle and then turn the camera so I got that angle shot. I'm trying to get that money shot.
Money.
Yeah.
Young money.
So that's one thing I got. And then the other thing that I'm looking at, and I'm looking at a hardcore right now, is a bandsaw mill.
Ooh.
It is I'm looking at, which I've been looking at, Wood-Mizer, and Wood-Mizer they really like their stuff. I like their stuff too, but I don't
Really
like it
good
as much
stuff.
as they do.
It's expensive.
And literally they have a the manufacturing place here right south of me. And I've thought about going to them, but Woodland Mills also has one that's the HM 130. It does up to a 30-inch diameter cut.
Yeah, there's a guy out of Boston. There's a guy north of Boston that I think he has that Woodland Mills one, and he loves it. Absolutely loves it.
Yeah, I was thinking of that. It's not as nice as a Wood-Mizer with all the bells and whistles and features and this, that, and the other. But it is Canadian made, so there's a strike because we know some Canadians around here. I ain't naming any names, Jason. But it is Canadian made. I don't have a problem with that. But I just I've been watching some good videos on it, and I'm pretty impressed with it from what I've seen for being a complete hand, no hydraulics at all. Mill.
Matt, I put 3 links in the private chat. The first one is that Super Arm or Magic Arm, and then the last one is actually a wall-mounted light stand that might just be easy to purchase one of those for like $50.
Okay.
And go through all the trouble of making one and everything.
See, I designed it on my CNC already. I mean,
Well,
VCarve Pro.
There you go.
No, I mean, it does it makes sense. It's this already, but I don't have, it's not as nice. These are pretty cheap. I got them on Amazon for like $15-20.
Okay.
But they're not as nice, and they're spring loaded and this, that, and the other. Those are actually much nicer, but it's definitely something I'm looking into. Can we hear the glue with you? Can you
We
hear
already did that. We already did that, Jason.
Yeah, we're not doing glue with you because this is not the podcast, buddy. That's okay.
Yeah.
I probably didn't get to Canada yet about this isn't the podcast, but it is
We
now.
just want to give him a teaser so he can hear Here. I'll be nice.
What's glue with you?
There
What's
you go.
glue with you?
Yeah, got it on repeat again. Look at you. One job.
Man, it ain't complicated, you know, man.
It's plain and simple. I mean, I wake up in the morning, I piss excellence.
I heard that King of the Hill's coming back.
It is.
Oh,
I will definitely sign up for Hulu for that.
Is that what it's coming on Hulu?
Yeah, it's gonna be on Hulu.
oh yeah, because all the Beavis and Butthead stuff's on
Is it a
Hulu, right?
Hulu remake or is it actually?
Yeah, it's Hulu. I mean, it's from Mike Judge. He's doing it, but Hulu's funding it. Bobby's a hibachi chef.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's gonna be good.
All right, gentlemen, should we wrap this up? Put a bow
I
on
think
it.
so.
I think so.
What's going on, Scott? Scott finally enjoyed the chat. Now you want to leave. I say you are now.
Hey, Scotty.
The house is coming down. Scott's here.
We said an hour. We said an hour.
Yeah, I
All
want
right,
to talk
everyone.
to Scotty later on about the sawmill and see what he thinks.
Yeah, he'll have some ideas.
I'm sure he does.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, everyone, thank you for hopping on or listening, whichever your flavor was this evening.
Mhm.
And we'll catch y'all tomorrow on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
All
Have a good
right.
night.
Bye, bye, bye.
See you, everybody.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.